So what's up, guys? Hope you're all doing fine. Happy New Year to all of you. It's currently oh, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's 5 a.m. Um, I have to go sleep actually. Anyway, I want to do a quick video, basically, because it's been a while, and I really want to commit to YouTube. Last year, I said I will do it, but because I didn't have a strong why, I was very irregular when it comes to that. And I want to put very more content. I'm just more focused on the inputs and I putting myself there. Also learning how to speak properly, and then just sharing, my experience, my failures, my wins. But most of my failures, I would say, wins are good because it's very public, but failure is always private, so you have no idea what's happening behind the scenes. And it's something that's, it's more valuable than wins. But anyway, what has been up? So the brand I was working on previously, my e-commerce brands, the supplements one, didn't go well. But it taught me a lot of things that basically helping me readjust and then working on the current brand I'm working on. That will be up next week. Today I'm going to receive the um package. I'm going to receive the products, the final one. I have to go to the manufacturer, I believe, at 5 p.m. So 24 hours from now, or no, 12 hours from now actually. I'm tweaking. 12 hours from now, I'll take the package. I have to ship it to my supplier so I can repackage everything and then send to creators. Yeah, so that's it. What I learned from my previous mistake, previous failures, I would say, it's intention, speed, and direction. Uh, Moving slow doesn't mean that you're moving good. You're just acting out of fear. Basically, it's a coping mechanism because your brain is like, you know what? Let's take things slow. It's safer, right? It's like an illusion because it takes you more time to get feedback. It takes you more time to learn something. Speed is important, but direction is more important. That's also the thing that I learned. I'm just talking too much, but I'm just trying to put everything out like that. Uh, just small tweak. I have a small memory issue because of my sleep and some health issue, but yeah, that's it. What's next? My startup. I was supposed to start the activity on in January. The whole team, that was the expectation, but due to cash flow, due to failure of the previous brands, that was delayed. I was a bit frustrated, but I am glad because that helped me to educate myself more when it comes to the vision, when it comes to the plan regarding it, and what to do about it. So I'll tell you something interesting. Based on the vision, based on the work that is needed, the goal was to have the startup in Dubai so that I don't have to pay taxes. Uh, uh, I'm going to give it a bucket. I work a lot, you know. I put everything on the line. I take a lot of risk. Um, I'm in a lot of pain, I haven't seen my family in like over a year. I'm anxious and stuff. So when the money comes, I don't want to be out here and paying taxes to somebody that did not suffer for me or to my place. So it was just me being greedy actually, but it also makes sense. I didn't want to pay taxes. So that's why the startup, the main reason is Dubai is for taxes because it's a lot of money. Anyway, I learned that it's good, but it will not reach the height in which it will not reach the amplitude that I had in mind. So we're going to be relocating the startup, which basically bring another cost. But it's something worth it. But it's something I want to do within this year that I will keep you guys updated. So we're going to relocate the startup to a different country because of the cost of labor, because of the material, and also because of the, how do you say it, technology advancements, if that makes sense. There we have more, and also because of the heritage, very important. Dubai, it's a good place, like the UAE, it's a good place. But when you build a brand, usually here it's seen as a trend, right? Dubai chocolate, trendy. When you think about Ferrero, Rocher Ferrero, it's what? It's like heritage. So we need to relocate. That's something that we need to do regardless, but only for the operational one. But when it comes to the whole, like the main branch, it stays here basically. So that's it. I will not disclose too much about it for now, because again, it's a short video. It's like I say, it's too much things in mind. As you can see from my eyes, I look like someone that's a bit mad. I have to cut my hair too. um, that's it for now. Next thing, what is next? YouTube. So I will be posting more on YouTube. Secondly, maybe, not maybe, one content per week, 1 to 2 content per week, but minimum one. It has to be consistent. That's something that I have been working on, especially this month, just to be consistent and just to have good new habits. I know that I put a lot of habits and a lot of goals for this month that I did not achieve. I put 6 habits, 6, and only 2 I was able to do it every day, almost every day. I will break it down for you. The first habit was to work out every day, like 6 times a week for health reason. That one's about to keep it up. To diet, like to have a proper diet. That one also to some extent. To work on the business, that one I do it every day, regardless. To sleep on time, like to have at least 7, 8 hours of sleep. That one I didn't do it at all. I sleep 2 hours per day, 2, 3 hours, some days. But it took a toll on my body, so sometimes I end up sleeping 12, 15 hours. Because if I sleep 2 hours per day for like 8 days, on the 9 days, it's going to get back to me. Talk more to my family. I do it at all. It's not something I'm proud of. It's something that I a bit struggle with, because something that people don't really think about or even consider is kind of the guilt and the shame, and also the expectation that you set to yourself and also to people close to you. So you try to, not you try, but you become a bit avoidant, because you are in pain yourself. I don't talk about it often. I joke a lot about things, and I try to like, I know everything is okay, but I moved here for good reason. Things are not going the way that I wanted them to go at the moment. They are going better in terms of like learning, in terms of opportunities, in terms of like um, direction, compared to if I wasn't here. But when it comes to the rest of what I had in mind, in terms of sales, in terms of growth and everything, like financially, not really, you know. So that thing affected me a lot. I have 3 sisters. I don't have a brother, and then it's a bit annoying, I would say, and it's a bit shameful when you have to speak to your parents about life, about things, because again, for them, they're also worried. They are wondering, what's happening, what's next, um, how things are going. So you cannot be like, well, things are not going well all the time. They want to be like, well, maybe you should do something else, right? It's like, you do understand them, you know. It makes sense the way they're thinking about stuff, but you know, you also feel guilty because you also have your team, you also have people that count on you beside your family. You also have the reason to keep going. Everything I do now is just for my startup. Everything. Because I believe in it. I have a good team. It took me a lot of time to get to them. Um, I'm sacrificing a lot of things, especially when it comes to my health. I spoke to my mom, a few weeks ago. She was like, it's good, but you should be mindful of your health, because maybe your body is going to give up before you even reach 25 or something like that. And funny enough, 3 hours after I passed out, like I said, it's not something enjoyable. It's not something that you want them to know. And going through all of those things, and that's the guilt of not being there yet, eats you up, and sometimes you just don't want to speak. you know Not because you don't want to talk to them, but just because the shame, the guilt. You refuse help from your people close to you because you already believe that they already did enough. It's like, me, I don't like people to help me. I don't, because I don't like to owe people somebody. I don't like to owe things to people. Whether my family, whether even if I have my girlfriend, my wife. I don't like to owe people things, because again, you never know. People are people. They get mad. They get mad to. They want to get mad at you one day, and they want to be like, yeah, that time I did this one for you and this one. We're all human at the end. Maybe I did it sometimes to some people, maybe I thought about it. Maybe that's why, it's kind of like uh it can be a coping mechanism, it can be like an avoidance that I have when it comes to stuff, but yeah, that's something that, I really want people to know. um we're in January now, 6 months from now, I don't know where I want to be. I know to some extent, to a many extent actually. But people are going to look at me, and even now, sometimes I talk to people about just like life and business. I'll give them advice. I'll just talk to them about my failures, and all of them are like inspired. They're like, they're happy. They'll be like, yeah, you are in good path, good way. Like, the thing that you are doing, me at your age, I was not doing that. I cannot even do it still at my age. I'll tell them, yeah, that's good when you think about business, but the only thing that I have to deal with, you guys have no idea about it. You know, the guilty feeling that I have, of not being where I want to be at the moment, or just, for example, the launch that I did with the brand, in November not going well, the loss that I made, that's pain and everything. You guys have no idea about how it feels like. But when you look at me, on when it comes to mindset, personality, and just like the resilience, it's very inspiring. But all of those things also take in account. So it's not easy to open up, you know. Like I'm open up, like this is YouTube, I'm like opening up, openly. But yeah, to my family, they ask me sometimes, like, yeah, I'm okay, like I always say, everything is okay. Because I have nothing to complain about. I'm alive, you know, I'm breathing. Um, there are people in worse condition than me. Uh, and then everything that I ask God, He give it to me. Everything. There's nothing that I've asked God in my life that He never gave to me. It's just that sometimes I'm just too stubborn. Sometimes I'm too in my head that I don't say it. Put it this way, it's like I'm asking, make me strong. Well, in put in position to be strong. You know, make me more responsible. You put me in position to be more responsible. You know, make me you know help me to be able to help each other. He basically put me in a condition where I have to gain new skills, where I have to go in deep places, dark places that are not enjoyable, but it's worth it at the end. It is worth it. Um, but is it worth it to the point where you forget who you are? No, I know who I am. Um, is it worth it to the point where you put your life in danger? No, you know. Even though I do that, because at the moment I have no choice, I'm also very mindful of that. You know. Uh, but I know everything is okay. Everything will be okay. Um, Sometimes, most of the time, I don't know how to talk about things, about problems. I hate it. Everybody's his own problem. Me going there to somebody and be like, hey, hello mom, I have this problem. She's going to be like, yeah, also have an issue. Solve your issue. It's not what it thinks, but it's how I think about things. I'm not saying that I'm correct. I'm not saying that. But yeah, anyway, that's something I really want to share about with you guys. Um, it's not easy, but like I said, everything is worth it. Um, Moving here, honestly, the past few months, the way that I became and behave is a bit extreme and radical when it comes to many things, right? To a point where I actually don't care if I sleep or if I don't sleep for like 9 days or even 4 days. I'm like, well, I don't care. Like I just need to work. Everything will be fine. Um, this is where most people will just like give up. I just need to do what I need to do. What I say I will do. That's all. I just need to keep moving forwards. It's a bit. I actually understood finally the the slogan of 50 Cent. Get rich or die trying. Because again, um, I have no regrets. To some extent, I have some regrets. When it comes to like how I behave with my family. I will not lie. But I have a reason why I'm alive. I have a reason why I choose to wake up. Just like this belief that this will help me, and this will help people around me. But I have to go through this pain, you know. And I know that me going through this pain also puts people close to me to some pain, you know. But if I give up, I'll give up who I am, you know. This is my reason of living. If I've, if you take a man, if you take the reason to live to a man, I'm like, what is there left for him, you know? I understand that, you know, now I have nothing. So everything that happens to me, I just gain something. I don't know, like, I actually don't know how to put it in words, right? It's like, if you have nothing, right? Everything that happens, it's a plus. You know, it's like a plus. Like, it's very crazy. Like, I will tell you, right? Like, I'm very unfiltered. It's like, at one point, I had issue with with housing, right? So I had no housing. Technically, I was homeless, right? So when I had a house, even when I was homeless, I was like, well, I'm alive, so it's okay. Like, it's nothing bad, you know. It's like, I didn't have a place to work. Like, now, thankfully, you know, like a friend of mine, like she gave me a space to work, like office space to work, you know. So I'm very thankful, you know. I will just show you. It's good, you know. It's very good and convenient. So for me, it's a plus. So it's like, you have nothing. Everything that happens, oh, sorry. You have nothing. Everything that happened, it's something. So it's always a plus. You have nothing to lose. Like nothing. You know, it's like, I'm what? I'm 24. I'm going to be 25 this year, you know. Everything, you know, everything's a gain, you know. Uh, the hardest thing to do, honestly, I would say, is to be detached from everything, you know. It's very hard, but you need to be detached from everything. Once you're detached from everything, you feel free, you know, in a good way. It can be a bit radical, right? There's like two ways of seeing it. But anyway, when you detach yourself from, like, you know, everything, then you can just gain things, right? It's like, you gain experience, you gain knowledge, you gain what else you gain? Yeah, you become strong, you become more resilient, you know. But anyway, that's it, you know. Um, so Christian, this is you. Today is what again? 27. 27. It is 5:24. You know, 3 months from now, when I want to look at this video, is going to be a bit different. Maybe 6 months from now, maybe a year from now. Not maybe, most likely. So I'll be glad I didn't give up. I'll be glad that I'm going through those things. And I'll be glad that, you know, I shared it. Because again, maybe somebody, or most likely somebody, will be in this position too, with doubts, with failures, with frustration, with, you know, anxiety, feeling like a sense of like no direction. But I have a sense of direction though, thankfully. So I'll just tell him something, you know. Do what you need to do, you know. Do what you need to do, because you already have the answer, you know. And face things that you need to face. I'm saying that, but there's one thing I don't face, right? To some extent, it's like, you know, like I say, I don't like people to know my issue, but to some extent, but I know. But I know everything will be fine. Everything is always fine. Anyway, that's it. This one was basically the breakdown of things I had to talk about, but I just end up talking about, you know, the previous brands. I opened up a bit about some struggle, some facts, and then this year is going very well, honestly, like very well, especially when it comes to like the brand I'm working on. The sales are coming, but they're very slow, so I cannot say that, yeah, X amount. No, like it's like almost irregular at the moment. But I'm very glad, and then I have no regrets when it comes to like business, when it comes to all the things. You know, my family, I'm still working on I'm still working on that one. But everything is going well, honestly. You know, keep believing in yourself. Everything's going to be okay. And just live, you know, live and work a lot, work faster, have a direction, take feedback faster, fall faster, bounce back faster, and just keep moving forward. Just keep moving forward, you know. Susume. Anyway, see you guys. I'll post a more structured video after, but this one is just like a raw thoughts. Just put it out there. I didn't put anything for a long time, and excuse me if my head was all over the space. I'm on medication, and I told you. Excuse me. Yeah, and you know my memory it's a bit forgotten. I need I need to have to note things, otherwise I would just like forget. But everything's okay. Everything will be okay. And then I wish the best to everybody this year. And thank you for watching my video.